So today I'm going to be streaming the boss battle for the what's the name of the event? The spider, yeah, I don't remember exactly how they translated it, but spider web thread whatever event. And I figured, so I looked up the boss beforehand, and I figured I could try taking my Ibaraki Doji because, of course, I'm facing a ruler, Sherlock Holmes. Now, Sherlock Holmes, his NP doesn't do damage directly, but it does allow him to bypass invul and defense for 3 turns. So having a buff removal would be useful. Now, she actually does not buff removal, but buff block. So if I fire that off the turn before he NPs, it could work. Though, nullify buff 1 time. Okay, so it actually doesn't matter when I fire it off, although he could use it up before his NP. And of course, male servants get bonuses, so I guess I'll try to use male servants. Merlin's always a safe choice, but this time I thought I'd try bringing Waver. And actually, it occurs to me, if I want a wall of how do you say, taunters, then conveniently enough, most of the best taunters in the game are male. Mosh is up there, but her taunt only lasts 1 turn. Actually, I could also transform her into her other version. Yeah, and she would get 2 taunts. That might be good. And somebody who can give a... Okay, so I should also change this just so that I tell. So, somebody who can give a guts would also be useful, but I'm just trying to think how... Well, I don't have the slots really to give other... Yeah, unless I take away one of the taunters. Instead of Mosh, I could use somebody else. But Leonidas and Georgios each has a guts of their own, so I don't think that'll matter too much. I could try I could try replacing Mosh with the what's her name, Irisville. But actually, let's just try this team first and see how it goes. And maybe this CE might be useful. I could also put a Guts CE on one of them. I could actually give her a Guts CE. So yeah, let's try it out and just see how it goes. If I fail, I'll just try another team or maybe even another attempt. Now, I don't use Guts CEs often, so I'm not sure. I know I don't have them favorited, and I'm not sure which ones are Guts CEs. Gather rate. Oh. Ooh, that's a pretty good CE in general, but not for Mosh and not in this situation. I think that's a Guts, yeah. Oh, right, the Narrowfest CEs each gives a Guts. Now, the NP strength is not useful on her, and I believe there's a CE with her on it. This one. NP gain. That could actually be useful on her. And on him, maybe I could just have him... I could use his Bond CE, that's one. But I could also... I'm figuring I might have some difficulty with crit stars, especially since I'm starting out with a rider support who's going to suck up a lot of stars. So I could try putting a 2030 on him. Actually, I'm going to go kind of halfway here. And instead of the 2030, I'm going to use the CCC 4-star event CE, which is not quite half of a Prisma Cosmos and not quite half of a 2030, but it will be useful to be able to use Waver's NP to delay the enemy NP. I think this is the right Mystic Coat to use, so without further ado, let's give it a shot. Also, one thing I did today was adjust. So I listened to some of my VODs and I realized that the game audio and music audio when I have music other than the game can be a little quiet relative to my voice. And I prefer that, but I think it was just a little too much. So I've adjusted it a bit for today. It's louder, and I'm hoping my voice will still come through. I will listen to the VODs, I guess, just to check if this is an improvement. Right, so 5 turns NP resist and defensive. So for 5 turns, we're basically not going to be able to touch him. In that case, I'm still going to use waivers first. No, I'll save waivers first, Gil. Yeah, I think that's the right move. And what's the cooldown on these? 8, and I think I have this level 10. Yeah, 5. I think I should level 10 his guts at some point. I'll use this on waiver so that I can use it to drain the enemy NP. And since I'm not really doing damage this turn, let's just go use these cards to try to get Jolter's NP up. So I'm actually not doing no damage. I thought that defense buff would be stronger than it is. Oh, I also just realized I really don't have a healer here, but yeah, that's okay. Depending on how quickly Jolter, or how unlucky I get in terms of Jolter getting targeted. Yeah, I might have to use the taunt a little earlier. Now, I don't care about getting Georgios's NP up. Waver's NP yeah, I think I'll do this to build up Waver's NP. Again, I'm not going to be doing much damage here. That's okay. I want him to target Georgios, basically, because Georgios is the one who's designed to die. So once Waver's defense buff wears off, I guess that's a good time to use Georgios' taunt. And at that point also, Georgios' taunt will go another 3 turns, and at that point, I will have... Sherlock Holmes will have lost his defense buffs. Yeah, I'm just thinking... The Arts Chain is tempting, but I don't need them to get either Jolters or Waivers NPs up. So I have noticed I'm still doing some damage. So let's just try to do more damage, because every little bit counts, even though, yeah, I'm just doing a few thousand. But, ooh, that is bad. I didn't know he could do that. How long does that last? 1 turn. I could take my chances. How many turns does this last? 2 turns. I could use the debuff cleanse. And I think this is... Yeah, this is a good time to use the debuff cleanse. I might regret it later in the fight, but... well, we'll see. So, just in case he gets critted hard, I'm activating the guts. The guts last 5 turns, so yeah, I think I can count on Georgios just being outright dead before 5 turns runs out. And again, I am still doing some damage, so... Oh, I'm gonna use this, so I'll gain a little bit of attack. And... gonna try to get Waver's NP back up, basically, because being able to use his NP to drain Sherlock's NP, as well as reduce his defense is pretty useful. Oh, and That's huge, actually. Well, I couldn't predict that. I couldn't have predicted that the stun would land. So I think it was still the right decision to use Georgios's taunt that turn. But one turn of taunt did sort of get wasted. Not too big a deal. One more turn of his defense buff, and then I'll be able to use Jolter's NP. I'm gonna go ahead and use that, because I know I'm gonna want to buff Jolter's first NP anyway. And yeah, that'll help build waivers NP. Looking at the cards, I don't care about getting George's NP up. Jolter's NP is already up. So this is not the most damage, but it's a good combination between damage and getting waivers NP back up. I'm not too much in a hurry to get his NP up. I think it's okay to have Sherlock Holmes NP. Again, because he doesn't do damage with his NP, not directly. I'm gonna check what... Increase mental debuff resist. I'm not even sure what mental debuffs are compared to regular debuffs, but in any case, I think that has to do with magic or sealing skills or whatever. But not defense. I think defense and offense are considered physical debuffs, maybe? And restore HP. I don't know if it's a good idea to yeah, I think it's better to restore HP right now instead of right after using his guts. So I'll just use it now. Okay, it's not that much healing. Now, do I use Jolter's Buster? Or, yeah, Buster buff. It's kind of a waste of her invul, but I guess what I figure is I can count on the other taunters to protect Jolter if it comes down to it. So I'll use her skills now. And it's not the best, but let's try to cycle her NP. Her Buster is obviously not going to gain any NP, but her arts should. Oh wow, that was enough to overgauge by itself. I did not expect that. I figured the Brave Chain had a shot, but the NP by itself, well, it helps to have a friend who has a level 100 NP5 Jolter. So let's see how Georgios handles this. Can he help us out here? Okay, so the buff block worked, but... Okay. Yeah, so his NP didn't do shit, basically. He didn't get Pierce Invul, and he did not get Pierce Defense, so that's good. But he does get an Arts card effectiveness, permanent, unremovable, critical up. Okay, and that's also unremovable, so he's constantly going to get more and more Arts effectiveness. Okay, so this is tough. I'll use the defense buff. Could use waivers NP now, but it would waste a turn. I could also use the cooldown reduction for Georgios. Use his taunt. That'll protect... is that a good idea now? You know what? I'm figuring I don't really need waivers NP drain, so I'll go ahead and waste it. And I'm just gonna hope that the stun lands. Because obviously if the stun lands, I get a free turn without taking any damage. And that is ginormous. Yes! The stun landed. Excellent. Alright, so... Ooh, nice. That Buster... or... was the Arts crit. That did a decent amount of damage. Now, Jolter is still in danger. Defense down. But I'm gonna hope that because Jalter has class advantage, she can tank whatever Sherlock Holmes can dish out at him. Waver also a bit in danger, but I think let's just count on his defense buff. And yeah, this way I think Jalter will get her NP up. Her Buster card has a lot of hits, so with an Arts starter, she can do, or she can gain a lot of NP. Okay, NP Seal landed, and Curse as well. Good. It's up, so he's gonna keep getting that Arts up. I still have Waver's defense buff that I can count on, that I can rely on, and I think it's worth relying on it. Now, Leonidas doesn't have that buff, so I'm going to use his Guts just in case. But I think now is a good time to use Jalter's NP and try to cycle it. And I'm pretty sure, after seeing what her initial NP did, I'm pretty sure this NP, Brave Chain at least, is going to be able to rip off another break bar. The NP itself was came very close, but not quite. Might have required a better attack RNG roll, either, or it might have been impossible. Who knows? Okay, so she gets an he gets an attack. Okay, so since I do not have healing, I am getting a little worried about Jalter's HP. So I'm gonna have, Leonidas at least tank one turn for us. Curse, he's got 3 curses. Ooh, that one from the, 4 curses. 4 curses. The one from the CE, 500-year obsession or whatever, is quite potent. It must last 10 turns. So, or 10 plus. Leonidas is gonna help everyone survive this turn. I think I can try to get Jalter's NP back up. I think one more Brave Chain can handle it, and if not, even if everyone here gets wiped, I think I can count on... Oof, wow. I think I can count on my Herc handling it. Yeah. So now we have no defense buffs and no taunt. That's one of the weaknesses of Leonidas. I guess I should have brought a Kaleidoscope on Leonidas. If I had brought him out with a Kaleidoscope, he definitely would have his NP up by now. And Arts Chain... I'm gonna use the go ahead and use the Arts Chain. I don't know if Jalter or Waver will survive to the next turn. I'm sure one of them will at least. But so the NP gain might be wasted, but having both of them available is not gonna be a bad thing. Whew, that crit. Whew, wow. Okay, Jalter very much in danger. I'm gonna use that for, just to eat a turn. Do I use Jalter's Brave Chain, or do I use Waver's NP and then Jalter's NP? I think I'll use Jalter's Brave Chain, and this time I'll go for straight damage instead of looping her NP, because I don't think I'll be able to use her NP again. But her Brave Chain should make some number of crit stars. Not that many, but, you know, a good, decent amount that I might be able to use. And Waver, I'm hopeful that he can still survive it. And once Waver uses his NP, I can hopefully use some sort of crit buffed attack by Jalter to hopefully take care of Sherlock Holmes. Alright, I'm gonna use Masha's other taunt, and I think that should... We'll see. I think Sherlock Holmes might outright kill her this turn, but at least it'll eat up the guts, I think. I'm gonna use that for Jalter. Yeah, let's see how much damage Mosh's Buster buffed, or not Buster buff. Yeah, her Buster buffed Buster, I guess, can do, along with Waver's defense down debuff. Ooh, nice. So Jalter did quite a bit. Okay, yeah, took out the guts. So I'm hopeful that this is it. I think Jalter will die if she gets targeted this turn. Unless I use the invul. But I'm pretty sure we can end it here. Because Jalter does have class advantage. There we go. Well, like I said earlier, it helps to have a friend who has an NP5 level 100 Jalter. Who I'm also guessing has her max Fode. Out of all the servants here, Waver was the only one who got any bond, which is fairly ironic because for most people, Waver is max bonded. As you can see, I also have a max bonded, but I decided to expand it using rare prisms. Yeah, I rarely use the taunters really. They're certainly not useful for farming, so I end up not really caring about wasting bond points on a single challenge quest run versus farming, obviously, right? Okay, got the lore, which is nice, especially since I missed out on 2 lores from the CCC event. Now, for this event itself, I still need to collect more shakers. Yeah, I'm gonna need another 170 at least to get the gold foes, as well as, yeah, I'm gonna want to buy the hearts at least. The other 2 I don't need to prioritize, but I would like to buy them out if I can. I think I'll start with Void Dust, then go to Chaos Claws, and then Octuplet Crystals for this. And I don't need to farm any more Spider Webs at the moment, but I would like to farm enough of them to buy out the foes and the EXP. Just need one more. Yeah, about that. Okay. So I guess at this point my priority is to do this farming so that I can collect more golds. I'm gonna go ahead and start the quest, but I'm not gonna do that on stream because frankly I don't find farming to be worth saving on a stream. Ah, I had a friend who had a max broken version of these gold CEs, but it's not showing up, I guess. I'll do one more refresh. Get a caster. Oh well, that's alright. Bring a Lancer. Ah, she's a good Lancer, even though she's obviously female. She can help out others NP gain. And yeah, that's the only event CE I have. So I'm gonna start that, but I'm gonna go ahead and do Genshin now. Because I am done with the FGO. And I do need to do my daily stuff. So let's see. Farming for Beidou. AR-55. And I guess I'm gonna do some... What? Farming for Beidou artifacts. Do some more boss practice between farming runs. I just want to keep practicing my counters with Beidou, especially against Child. So, let me switch over. I'm gonna stop streaming. Okay, there we go. I know some streamers don't show this screen because it shows part of the email, but to be frank, I don't care too much because the part of the email it shows is fairly generic. It's not, I don't fear that I'll be doxxed or whatever with that. Let's see. Yeah, let me do that. So, okay. I have already farmed my daily crystals and such, and I also think I did a run of Aerosiderite because I wanted to level up a weapon. Let's check. Is it this weapon? Yeah, I do need more Mora, so I think I'll do at least one run of the Mora ley line. So I have 3 condensed resin and 103 regular resin, original resin. So should get a number of runs in. And actually, let me put on another more music because with the stuff I'm doing, it's gonna be fairly samey, and I've been finding that constantly just having the exact same music, well, not same music I guess, but the game music, it has variety, but you do keep listening to the same tracks over and over again as you do the same battles over and over again. Now, ironically, I'm listening to the soundtrack of the very game I'm playing, but at least this way I can kind of control which ones I'm listening to. Just gonna double check. I'm pretty sure I've maxed out my crystals conversion for today. I'm hoping to get over 1,000 crystals within a couple weeks, I guess. That way I can kind of retire, or at least retire Ningguang from the team, or at least put her on the bench for a bit so that I don't go around chasing down every last crystal that I see in the map. So since I am farming for Beidou, let me actually start by doing a run of a Mora ley line. Yeah, that one's a bit a ways away from a teleport waypoint, but it's not too bad. Oh wait, I didn't come here to do this. I came here to do the ley line. I've already done this. So with the rain falling, I think this might be interesting. I'm not quite sure. Well, I do know with Beidou's burst, she's gonna be able to do, what is it? Electro charge, which can send. Kill this guy first. Okay, I think I actually did manage to parry it, but the guy was just out of range. Oh, yep. Okay, so because I'm perpetually wet, this is gonna be possibly pretty annoying. Unless I deal with them with Bennett. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess what they like to do when you break their shield is create that ice mist and then go to the middle of it. I should have done a counter to that. Let's see. I think if they do their hopping attack, that one's nice and easy to counter. Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw the light flash. But yeah, I don't think I properly got the counter there because I got damaged and obviously frozen. Alright, I'm gonna switch back over to the other team. Having Ningguang will mean I can now go after these rocks. Oh, hello Nat, thank you for coming by. Good evening, I hope you had a nice Saturday. Mine has been fairly uneventful, to be honest. I slept in a bit and just did some cycling on the indoor bike. Played some Genshin and did some FGO just now. And I haven't been to this part of the map in a while, but I'm here because I want to do the ley line. Okay, let's... Oh, Fischl just killed them outright, huh? To be fair, I do have her level 80, and she's Constellation 4, so she's quite strong, even though I haven't built her really beyond that. I haven't really touched her in a while. Yeah, so I guess for you, it's already Pi Day, huh? Oh, that occurs to me. I wonder if I'll watch, or if the streamer that I follow, who is Italian, who plays Genshin, if she'll be streaming tomorrow. I actually don't quite know her schedule, but she's the one who initially thought Zhongli said, "Sell me the pie," instead of solidify. So I think if she is streaming, would be a good chance to go see her and just mention it. Maybe I'll get some pie. I'm not sure. Pie would be good. Okay, I got the counter, but didn't really help me because the enemies were out of range. Let's do this. Is he? This guy's a water... Yeah, but why is he not freezing? Okay, he is frozen. Maybe it's just that the ticks on Diona's... Yeah, the ticks on Diona's burst are... They feel slow to me. They feel slower than... Well, than Bennett's. I've mentioned this before, but they feel slow. Farming... Yeah, for Jean. Nice. Yeah? Oh, you're playing her as the main DPS? Wow. So I imagine because you have Zhao, you can just switch in his artifacts to her, and she immediately becomes, if not a great DPS, a respectable one, right? Because I know she is DPS capable, but she is not an ideal DPS. But that's cool. I would definitely like to use her as my main DPS when I get her. No matter how low her ceiling might be compared to Ganyu, who of course has the highest one, at least according to people who know a lot about the game. Yeah, that's what happened. Nice. Yeah. I still wish this game would give us loadouts that we can just quickly switch. So that, yeah, I guess it would be a lot like the teams in FGO. Because in FGO, you can select craft essences. Can I remove the slow mode? Is the 15 seconds too long? Maybe I can do it a little shorter, but I do want to have it on because, well, for now, let me set it to 3 seconds. And I think if it takes you shorter than 3 seconds to write a message, it's... I think you'll just have to wait for another 2 seconds. But let's do 3 seconds, and if there's a issue, I'll change it. But, oh yeah, I came here to condense resin. And Yeah, I wasn't sure if 15 seconds was the right amount. It felt like, to me, it would be okay, but... Well, 15 seconds is a decent amount of time in Genshin, of course, but in terms of chat, I wasn't sure. But yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna keep farming for my... Have I receiving a lot of messages? Not really, actually, to be honest, but I have, not recently, but I have had some chatters who kind of spam, or not spam, but they have lots of very short messages very quickly, and I found it kind of annoying. Now, I don't mind people chatting a lot, you know, however much they want to chat, but if you're typing 3 different messages that you could put into just one longer message, that kind of annoys me. So I decided to set up slow mode. But, well, you know, it is an experiment. It's an ongoing experiment. I plan to keep slow mode because I actually do like it. But I'm still figuring I need to fiddle with the exact settings. But, so not to do the Thundering Fury, that's this one. Yeah. So, I'm gonna... So one thing is, after I got the Battle Pass, I did get the weapon, the Black Sword, I think, which I figure can work very well in Kaching. The crit rate, right? Crit rate's just always good. Even though this has quite a lot of attack. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, no worries. Like I said, it was an experiment, or it is an experiment, ongoing experiment. So, yeah, and this one would work fine, this weapon would work fine on if I built her Electro. So if I get some good Electro artifacts that could work on her, I figure I could do, say, double Thundering Fury, double Gladiator, or I could do 4-piece Thunder Soother, or 4-piece Thundering Fury. But yeah, I also appreciate the input. Because without input, I don't know, right? So thank you for letting me know. The sound of the game's a little loud? Okay, thank you. Let me just adjust that. So oh yeah, okay, I'm looking at the settings. And let me also adjust the music. Because I was listening to the VOD, or I was watching the VOD from yesterday, and I noticed the audio was kind of low. Now, I do generally prefer it a little lower than my voice, but I thought it was significantly lower. So I'll go with this for now, and we'll see. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't listen to the actual stream in real time. That I don't think I've actually ever done it. I might have done it once or twice, but I do know there's this effect where when you listen to yourself talking just seconds ago, you kind of end up stuttering. It becomes really hard to carry on a consistent, like, speech. And I've definitely experienced it in other contexts, I think. So I don't listen to the actual stream myself, but I do try to observe the levels on OBS, which is the software I use to stream. Oh, I didn't know that there was lampgrass here. Well, lampgrass is useful for fischl. I don't think I don't think I'll be needing to farm it for fischl. I wonder how many I have. I do always pick him up every chance I get. Oh yeah. 624. Well, now I have 626. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do this domain. Everything's okay now? Good, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for the input again. Very much appreciated and helpful. So yeah, have you gotten any good pieces for Jean? I imagine you've you've been getting all the crit rates on maidens, right? And all the, I guess healing effectiveness isn't too bad on Jean, but I don't think you would really want that. You can just give her attack. Let's see. Okay, so this one, let me try to remember. This one's Okay, yeah, this one is Electro Slimes with the Sisson Mage. So Beto is sadly not a good option here. I think this could work. Yeah, Cryo is useful. Yeah. Yeah, none, of course. Yeah, I guess so. Well, I haven't done any artifact farming yet today, so we'll see how my luck is. But yeah, I don't know. So you really just need 4 pieces, right? Or maybe even just 2, depending on how you want to build her and any character you're building. And it can take so damn long to just get 1 piece, right? It can take weeks, not a week, weeks. Yeah. If I do that, and then that, I'll go ahead and use that. Oh, I should have used his burst first. And maybe I can group them together a bit. And stand aside with Ganyu. I prefer to get the yellow folks first usually, but whatever. And let's heal up. Yikes. I'm not sure what was hurting me that bad. It must have... Whoa! Phew, okay. Plan B, I guess. Let's see. Yes, okay, good. I wanted to get the Pyro. Oh. So, let's see how well my Bennett can do here, filling in substitution duty. Now, normally I would just revive Ganyu, but I feel like it would be fun to just try this out. What team do I have planned for Jean? I haven't even thought that far ahead, actually. Let's see. Jean is obviously wind, and she is a lot about healing, right? As well as kind of crowd control. Okay, Diona is gone. Okay, good. Now, yeah, so if I want to support Jean, Bennett is a good overall support. So the fact that she's wind just means she kind of goes potentially well with everyone, right? Any elements. Oh, you take damage if you use Cryo in this dungeon? No, isn't that... Oh, right, yeah, this is the one where, what is it, Superconduct causes you to take damage. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that's why Ganyu and Diona are dead. Okay, so I guess I can rely on Bennett. So yeah, so I guess Bennett's not actually all that necessary if I'm playing with Jean, because Jean is almost like a wind 5-star Bennett. She can heal and buff just like Bennett. I know another wind character with Jean is useful. But if I try to take advantage of her popping enemies in the air, Beto could be useful, I guess. I'm not sure. Yes, good. Infused it. I think I'm starting to get a better sense of the timing to infuse Sucrose's burst with an element. Yeah, Bennett does provide attack buffs, right? Straight up attack buffs, which is great. Bennett's so self-sufficient. Actually, if I gave him the black sword, he could be a like a solo artist, basically. If he got the black sword and some really good artifacts, yeah, he could be a one-man army, basically. Just destroy everything in sight. Ah, shit. I wanted to hit the fly. Let's see, but I guess whatever team I build around Jean, it should be focused on increasing her attack, her wind. It's just that because she's wind, she can help others swirl, right? Do elemental reactions and such. But to support a wind DPS, that's not something I've really thought about because I don't have a wind DPS. The only wind character I have really is Sucrose and the Traveler, but the Traveler I've decided to just bench indefinitely. Now, I don't know if the Hourglass of Thunder is Thundering Fury or Thunder Soother. It's Fury. Defense. Nope. Playing Jean with Zhongli, Albedo. Ah, best duo. And Bennett is full noblesse. I see. So that sounds like a really good support. That's actually a good idea, having Geo, huh? That way you can just give her a lot of shields, or not just do that, but do that very well. And she'd be able to do a lot of damage while not taking a lot of damage. So I might build my Ningguang and or Noelle, especially since my Noelle is C2 now. My Ningguang is C1. Yeah, this one... If it... Well, I'm not really looking for Thunder Soother. But Thunder Soother, if I can collect a 4-piece Thunder Soother on... Well, both Kaching and Beidou, either one, that could work. So I can probably try leveling that up and seeing what I get on the 4th stat. But unless it's crit rate to go with the crit damage and then it keeps rolling just those 2 stats, that's a pretty trash artifact. Oh, hello Wolves. Happy Saturday. Thank you for coming by. Hope you have had a nice week. How have the RNG gods been treating you? I also hope you've been getting good drops in Genshin. I know it hasn't been very good for me. Yeah, so far today, it's been a pretty lazy Saturday for me, so that's not bad, I guess. And I didn't play too much Genshin today. I did my crystal routes, but I have not really spent resin. So, yeah. Zhongli's shield reduces anima resistance, really? And yeah, double geo means when you have... What is it? When you have a shield up, you do extra damage, right? You're doing good. Good. Yeah. Glad with crit damage is the main stat. Nice. Congrats. I actually don't know if I... Let's see, I'm kind of curious now. Do I have any gladiators pieces with crit damage as the main stat? I guess I have one. I have one, and it doesn't have very good substats, but it does have crit rate, which I can take. Now this one can't do crit. Yeah. Nice, congrats. I hope it had good substats and everything too. Were you farming world bosses for some sort of to level someone up? Okay, so if I want to handle this, I can't take cryo characters. Or at least I shouldn't. I can bring her... I can use Pyro to knock people back. That would work. I can also... I don't want to use Electro because the enemy's got so much Electro there. But since I do have her physical, that could work as well. Yeah, I think I'll use her as main DPS. Yeah, see how it goes. You did... Oh, wow, 20k with her E and 30k with her burst, both level 6. Nice. I mean, those sound like good, solid numbers. I know with Jean you can eat enemies just all over the place, but also you can shoot small enemies up in the air and have them do fall damage, which sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, but Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the main stat is always the most important one, right? So, but yeah, it sucks that I'm telling you, I swear, there is a hidden defense rate up in artifacts because if you have a flat defense stat, you can bet your ass that at least 2 out of the 5 times it's gonna roll flat defense, right? If not three. So, oh, hello, Wave Master. Thank you for coming by. Hope you've had a nice Saturday. Mine's been fairly lazy, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I foolishly took a couple cryo characters to this domain earlier, and that cost me. Although I did manage to beat it in the end. Okay. So, oh shit. Let's do that and use that to increase the crit rate. And I won't be getting any superconduct buffs or anything, but Kaching doing physical damage she can do a good job. Oof. Okay. Let's see. I like to take out the yellow guys first. Let me try this. I timed that wrong. I will. Obviously, I wanted to get the pyro going, not the electro. I could play Jean with Beidou and Jingchu. Oh yeah, Jingchu is just a great support in general, right? Yeah, I will probably have him built up by the time I get Jean, unless I get a crazy lucky pull at some point. Yeah. Okay, let's. Yeah, 3 offensive stats and energy recharge, and you got full. Yeah. How was the challenge quest? Oh, it went well. It was. I guess it's not really a very hard challenge quest. So it took 1 attempt. Now, to be fair, I did have a friend support who had an NP5 level 100 John alter, but also to be fair, I think most people have a friend support who has an NP5 level 100 Jalter, so it's not like I was particularly privileged there, right? I hope you didn't have trouble. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't, because you're quite good at that game, and that challenge quest was not much of a challenge quest. I took Waver, right? So I basically took Jalter, a support Jalter, and a wall of taunters, and they just took everything, took guts, and that gave Jalter enough time to just destroy her before. Ah, come on. Damn it, I do hate them when they go into the Super Saiyan mode. It's... yeah. You have no motivation for doing the FGO event? Well, I will say the new event is quite simple and short, especially after the hell grind that can be the CCC event. And so that's why I decided to do it. But, you know, you shouldn't force yourself to play any video game. Ah, shit. Yeah, and if you don't really need the materials, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with skipping. Okay. Yeah. You didn't even get BB? Yeah, the CCC event. Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get BB because she is a very nice unit, but I can totally understand why you wouldn't want to do it. When you did it on JP, it was hell because... Oh, really? You didn't have an Avenger and most people didn't have Jalter set? I see. I thought about taking Ibaraki initially and a wall of taunters, but when I saw that I just had an NP5 Jalter on my friend list who could support me, I decided it's kinda... I'll just take that. Alright. Shit, yeah, I'm impressed how quickly these guys get back up when you manage to stun them. Yeah. And I sure would love having a lock-on ability. Maybe next time I'll bring a pyro damage dealer. I could bring Jinyan with my Bennett. That'll improve the overall damage output, definitely. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Alright, let's stay away from that. Okay. Remember hellish farming during the CCC event? Yeah, it was only last week, right? Gosh, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, who's Jalt? Yeah, you've certainly never seen her on a banner, right? I'm sorry. I shouldn't joke about that. Just a moment. I'm actually gonna pause for a bit, and I need to get something to drink because I'm quite thirsty. I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break as well. But let me see what I get. So at this point, I do want Thundering Fury because I want to do a two-piece Thundering Fury, two-piece Gladiator. But also might want a full-piece Thunder Soother. I feel like a full-piece Thunder Soother is potentially quite useful, so I'll be happy with whichever set I get right now. You're the one who began the joke. Yeah, that's fair. But let's see. Yeah, is that how you're farming in terms of Thunder as well? Or do you mean getting a drink? But let's see. So I got 2 Thunder Soothers, and what's this? Is it? Yeah, this is Thundering Fury. This one has potential. Crit rate, main stat is good. And attack percentage, not amazing, but not bad. Especially if it rolls crit for the next stat. This one, I'll give it like a C. And this one, to be fair, this is more like a C because this is kind of the typical one you get. But yeah, this one has potential. I'm gonna run this again to use up my fragile resin, or condensed resin. Sorry, I'm nowhere near using up my fragile resin. But before I do another run here. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna quit so that I can switch up my team because I do think Pyro is probably the way to go instead of using Kaching. As good as Kaching is, without the advantages of Superconduct, on my team, the way I have her built, she's probably not even 70% of her ability right now. But anyway, I'll be right back in just a few minutes.
険も商売もチャンスは一瞬なの。休むことも大事だけど、気を抜きすぎてはダメよ。ふむふむ。冒険も商売もチャンスは一瞬なの。ふむふむ。
Okay, I'm back. So, I believe I was, yeah, about to do another run of this domain, but I needed to change my team. Now, I do not have a very deep bench of pyro damage dealers. Bennett is my main man when it comes to dealing damage as a pyro guy. Now, double hydro, well, I could, instead of using her, I could use her. That's a bit more aggressive. And I could try doing some melt. Oh, you have a main DPS of each element. Right, so let me think. You got Zhao for wind. For pyro, you obviously have Hu Tao. You got Child. You got Keqing. You got Ganyu. You got Zhongli. And that's it at this point, right? We don't have a Dendro, so that's 6. Nice. Yeah, well, at this point, I got, what, my main DPS, let me think, Electro, Cryo, Pyro is hanging in there, but not so great. Wind, obviously I don't have. And Hydro, yeah, I don't have a Hydro DPS, but Mona can certainly do that in a pinch. If I really build her up as a DPS, I think she could, but she's not built as a DPS. But as a support, she helps a lot. Yeah, the Wind Traveler, she is level 80 to be fair, but and I could always put some good artifacts on her, make her stronger, but I'm just decided to bench her indefinitely at this point. Let's use Xinyan. Oh yeah, let me also put a weapon on her that is not the Bait Club, but rather yeah, Prototype Archaic's just almost like a straight up better version of the Bait Club. Effects are slightly different, but there are similarities. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll be one Anemo 5-star richer in a few more days. Yeah, I do have Ning, but you can see what level she is. 51. So, yeah, and I don't have any set on her really. I feel like on her, maybe, what is it, Noblesse Oblige might be fun. Just have her built completely around her burst. and go all in on making it super strong. Okay. Good, they're close. Let me try to get this guy first. And I do know that there is use to getting overload here. So I'll go ahead and try to use shit. Wow, here, let's do this. Good. Yep. Let's use that and that. And oof, while the enemies are around here, I'm gonna try to keep Jinyan away. Ah, good. She healed fast. Okay. I think, yep, that guy's... Oh, okay. Both purples are now dead. Let's do that. And... to be honest, maybe I should just stick with doing DPS with Bennett, but I kind of want to use Jinyan more, because I do find her style of play to be quite fun. Let's do that. Hit both of them. Here, let's do this to try to get Bennett's burst up. I get attack buff. Every Geo character, the best set is 2 Noblesse. Oh, really? That's how it works? Yeah, I guess... Yeah, now that I think about it, every Geo character is sort of almost, yeah, built around their Qs, right? Or they have very strong Qs. And, yeah, got the Vaporize. That's only one target, but does do pyro damage. Except Noel. Oh yeah, the retracing Bolide. Okay, I actually I've heard of that set, but I definitely don't know what that does. Okay, let's freeze, or yeah, let's freeze them with this. Shit. Let me run away. Use the shield. Get some pyro damage and then the attack buff. She's going Super Saiyan. Alright, let's try this then. Did I time it? No, shit, come on! I wanted to get his pyro. But... Okay, let's use the taunt. And we got overload and yep, got his burst ready. Good. Yikes. Got overload. So it is annoying constantly getting electrode and then getting knocked back. Yeah, their Super Saiyan mode is just very annoying. Okay. Shit. So I'm not sure if these... I guess it's just that these ladies are way tankier than the versions you see in the regular world. Because... And particularly the Sissons that they summon and use for damage is they seem to not die, basically. It takes a lot to kill them. And because of that, it can be very annoying to fight them, it seems. I do need to, I feel like I can kind of figure them out. They're not that complicated as enemies, but they are giving me a lot of trouble because of the constant knockback. Now, oh, I guess part of the problem is that Bennett sets fire to himself, doesn't he? And so when I get electrified, I end up getting overcharged. But Bennett is so damn good in general. It really is a shame that, yeah, even though he is almost a busted 4-star character, the fact that he sets himself on fire, well, it does have its uses too, right? The fact that he sets itself on fire means that when you're dealing with, what is it, a cryo debuff, you can remove it from yourself. But without a great main pyro DPS, I'm having some trouble. So 4 pieces of the retracing bolide is, while protected by a shield, additional 40. Wow, okay, so that stacks on top of the existing geo resistance, huh? Geo shield, huh? Interesting. I might give that a shot. Now, my Noelle, her shield isn't exactly great, but it's better than nothing. Oh wow, another 3 drops. Nice. Let's see what I got. So that's trash. Defense percentage, main stat. So for Ascends, you do want attack percentage, but those substats are, wow, talk about trash. See, those aren't awful stats, but it needs to focus on one thing. If it had attack percentage along with crits, obviously that would be the ideal. But if it has double defense, and if it had like double defense, double HP, it could be useful in certain situations, but this is trash. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go out and, yeah, I got, instead of the normal 2 pieces of trash, I got 3 pieces of trash, right? Yeah, every time you get 3, they're awful. Yeah, they're just playing with us at this point, right? Anyway, let's heal up. I haven't used the Statue of the Seven that much recently, so I haven't really run into the issue of how much HP the statue has, but I might end up running into it tonight. Let's see, what has still got 31k. Now I'm gonna go and practice on the child boss again before I go and condense some more resin, and then I'll do some runs on a different domain because I do like to mix things up a bit instead of just running the same domain over and over again. Today, I guess I got it. Well, let's see. See if I got. Oh, well, hello J6. Hope you're doing well. Why is slow mode on? Well, yeah, because I don't want people to be spamming chat more than once every, let's say, 3 seconds for now. I don't find that to be good use of the chat, so I decided to turn slow mode on. I am going to experiment with the exact number, but right now it's set to 3 seconds, and I think 3 seconds is a good amount, because if you're typing something faster than 3 seconds, I think you can afford to wait 2 seconds before you press enter. Let's see. The set was thundering. I think it was, well, let's see. Yeah, this one's defense. Yeah, I got a semi-decent crown. Just from the fact that it has main stat crit rate and a substat of attack, I think it's worth locking for now. But it could be trash. Ah. Yeah, I don't really worry about the title on my YouTube stream. This YouTube stream is just for archiving purposes only, so that's not really something I'm concerned with. Yeah, this one I'll feed. Yikes, that one's trash. That one's also trash. I don't know, maybe. This one I'll keep for now. Yeah. That one's trash. Well, yeah, I mean, I can always just turn off the YouTube chat as well, but depending on how things go, you know, I mentioned earlier in the stream, this is an experiment I'm running, and it's something I'll be adjusting on the fly as I see how it goes. Anyway, this one, yeah, flat attack obviously is very bad, but because it does have a main crit rate stat, I'll hold on to it for now. But I'm pretty sure all the other artifacts I got were trash. Anyway, I'm gonna go here, and I thought since I'm practicing, it really doesn't matter what difficulty I set it to. And yeah, I guess I can have Barbara here for the attack buff she provides. Yeah, 15 seconds. Well, so 15 seconds is an individual chat. Um, the slow mode is for individual things, not for every person. So it doesn't really matter how many people are typing in chat. So let's see. I guess a shield could be good. Oh, right. I should also change her weapon. I'll let her keep her artifacts, but let's give her a weak weapon with a lot of HP. Ferris Shadow. So this way, this fight will take somewhat longer, and I'll get more practice, and the enemy won't do that much damage. 15 seconds. Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, I mentioned earlier, I wasn't sure exactly what the right timing was. 15 seconds felt right to me, but it is, to be fair, a fairly long amount of time. So, so if 3 seconds I think should work for now. If it doesn't, I can always change it. I don't think I got that. So for that attack, maybe I can just hold it now. So for this, I can definitely do. No, I need to. Well, if I'm more careful, then I should be able to manage. Yeah. So no good artifacts for Jean's birthday yet, huh? So that's 2 attacks, which means I can respond. Yeah, you think so? Well, I don't really see it that way, because as an individual, you might be chatting with a bunch of people, but that shouldn't, if you're chatting with a lot of people, that shouldn't make you somehow think that you should chat that much more often. But, I think probably somewhere between 3 and 15 is the sweet spot. Yeah, I know MiHoYo doesn't give a shit what day it is. They're gonna give you shit artifacts. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Okay, so, So I guess that one's not really worth countering because... Oh, unless I'm sure that the last one of those has come out, then... Oh, Bloodborne music, good point. This is a boss fight, so... Oh wait, it's a domain, so... I guess if I go here... Let me switch to boss music, actually, or Bloodborne music, which has a lot of boss tracks, because... But... Figure switching to DMC music would also work. Also, Ninja Gaiden, I should put on some Ninja Gaiden music at some point. This is the Dark Beast, which is fitting because the Dark Beast is an Electro boss in Bloodborne. Okay, I countered that, but yeah, also still gotta keep remembering that just because I counter doesn't mean I can expect the enemy to be stunned. This game is not Bloodborne, no matter how much the music makes me think it is. Shit. Oh, great! I dodged that. I think I took some damage, but not a lot. Okay. Yeah, I took some damage, but not a lot. Okay, I figure. So that is a consistent way to dodge it, huh? Okay. Did I get a counter on that? No, I don't think so. Yeah. You have a funny story? What is it? I'd love to hear it. I love funny stories. I mean, to be fair, who doesn't, I guess? But yeah, funny stories are always worth listening to, I think. Okay. Or reading. I'm not used to getting hit by that. I guess I didn't realize that being too close to that attack also can get you hit. Okay. You were doing the in co-op. Okay. Oof. I should try to counter that at some point. Even with Jean main DPS, you'll go much... Yeah, well, I mean... You know, I can beat this fight very fast with Ganyu if I really wanted to beat it fast. But... right now, that's not a priority. Which is why I'm using such a weak sword and facing the weakest version of the boss. Okay. So I got that timed fairly well. And yeah, okay, so he's gonna do the double slash and then that one. Okay, so I'm gonna need to dodge right after he fires that off, right after I get the child froze? Really, during the entire fight, huh? Okay. Yeah, that is pretty weird, or that's kind of funny. That reminds me of the time on stream during the hypostasis event. A boss glitched out and just kept doing the exact same attack over and over again, which was basically trivial to dodge and beat. But I do know that bosses in this game, and a lot of any enemy really, can be buggy, and that happens. Nope. Okay, that was an epic fail. Easiest boss fighting as child? Nice, yeah. That's how it must be. He has higher electro resistance too. Oh, does he? That makes sense, given his third phase. Oh! I thought there was a visual cue with the electro ring around you before it attacks. Maybe I was mistaken or I missed it. Okay. Gotta remember, dodge, dodge, dodge. Dodge after counter. Dodge after counter. That's a very important part of using beta correctly. Dodge after counter. At least when you're facing bosses. Did I counter that? Yeah, I definitely countered that based on the speed. Someone solo child with the healing Barbara? Really? You mean Barbara as the DPS? That's nice. I hope to one day build Barbara as a DPS in some form. Oh, it took him 56 minutes. Okay, so not exactly a very powerful... Oh, he built her as a healer? Okay. So she just did not die, huh? So also one thing I figure I should do today is fight the wind boss. Because I do want to. So in another 4 or 5 days, I'm hoping I'll have a brand new 5-star wind character. Ideally it'll be Jean, but there is about a 1 in 10 chance of that happening. And 50-50 chance that it's gonna be Venti. Now, if I get a wind character, I guess I have an 83. Is it 83? Yeah, 83% chance that it will be. Is this the right team to take? I should bring Amber for the last phase. And I can go a little more aggressive than Barbara, actually. He regretted it because he already claimed. Oh, really? So, wait, why did he do this then? I thought, based on the way you said it, I just assumed that he did it for fun, but it's based on what you're saying, it sounds like he didn't have a lot of fun with it, which is a shame. Yeah, let's try that. 56 minutes of suffering. It's a lot like the first time I did the weekly what is it? The dragon boss. What's his name? I think it probably took over 56 minutes and I failed. I failed bad. Dvalin, yes, thank you. Storm Terror, yep. I think the name I was trying to remember was Storm Terror. But yeah, Dvalin, Storm Terror, same thing. Yeah, I have a 65% chance. 66, right? Or no, 60. Cause 1 out of 5 5-star spooks is Jean. And there's a 50-50 chance that I'll get Venti. Okay. I'm gonna try oh shit! There's a problem here. There's a reason why the numbers on Beto are so low, and that's because I didn't change her weapon. Okay. I was using a weak weapon just for the child fight, but turns out it wasn't just for the child fight. Alright, this should be fun. I'll get more practice against this boss then. Let's see. Yeah. My Bennett's gonna just do a lot more damage. Okay, can I... I'll go ahead and eat up whatever of these that I can easily anyway. Okay. Oh shit! I didn't quite know how that worked because I always avoided the explosion initially, so I didn't realize I'd get hurt at that moment. Okay, oh, this is the terror attack. I hate this one. The AoE is so high. It covers almost the entire arena. Yeah, Venti is a cute Trappu, I guess. I mean, I like him. I like him a lot. And I know he's a super useful 5-star servant as well, so... Looking forward to hopefully getting him. And if not, again, I have a 1 out of 5 chance, if I don't get Venti, that I'll get an even better servant. Or at least better in my opinion. But I also wouldn't mind getting any new 5-star. So Dialog I'd be quite happy with. Okay, so I countered that fine. At least I get a bit of an attack buff, even though the counter didn't hit. Let's try to get some healing going. The overcharge is... Or the energy recharge for my Diona is... Yeah, my Diona certainly needs some work. Oh shit, this is the hell attack. I guess I can just stay up here. Venti is one of the best. Yeah, that's what I heard, especially for the Abyss, particularly floor 11, chamber 2. That's what I've heard. Now, I'm not somebody who cares too much about the Abyss, but it'll be nice having somebody who can help me get through 11 too anyway, because it would be nice to beat it at some point. Shit. Okay. But yeah, got the timing on that one quite well. I should try to counter that one. I'm pretty sure that the counter is not going to do damage, but I just want to learn the timing. Okay, so that one... As long as I stay out of those green circles, I guess I'm pretty safe. Way too early. I tried to predict that instead of reacting. So... What is it? What, tricks on me? Or... Ah, okay, this one. Let's see. I wonder how much of these attacks can be countered. We try to multi-form, but you prefer to keep the Prima for Rosaria and Pity for Ayaka. Okay, yeah. I mean, I imagine Ayaka is still so far away at this point that you're gonna have multiple Pities for Ayaka by the time she comes around, right? Or you'll have gone through multiple cycles of Pity by that point. But certainly for Rosaria, especially because there's no guarantee that you'll get a particular 4-star. You might end up having to spend more money or more Primo Gems than if you just wanted Child. Depending on the case. And as... Oh shit, that's that attack. And of course as a FGO player, you know all too well the fickleness of gacha when there are no guarantees. You think 1.6 or summer at least? Yeah, that's still... What is it? So what next is what? 1.4, right? So 1.6 is still 2 versions away, which means what? 3 months? Yeah. And by the time it's 3 months, it'll be summer, right? But 3 months is quite a lot of time, I think. It's a quarter of a year. So I'm not sure how many pulls, but I figure in each version, what, you probably get at least 100 pulls in that range? I haven't counted, but that's sort of the sense I get. Nope, didn't get a perfect counter on that. Yeah, and who knows when Jean's banner will be if and when it ever comes. It's probably a good bet that it will come, but I imagine it'll be later than Ayaka. That's the sense that I get. See that. 1.5 beta began a few days ago. Oh, you're waiting for leaks. Okay. It does seem like we do consistently get leaks that are fairly accurate. As well as leaks that aren't accurate. Oh shit. He was aiming for Baron Bunny instead of Beto, obviously, so I ended up not being able to counter. Okay. Okay, so that attack actually does remind me a lot of the Child Boss's attack, huh? Where? Oh, this is the last phase. Okay. Shit. There we go. Ah, yes, the Lady Maria boss music. Such good music, such a fun boss. She is so absolutely nuts. She does go Super Saiyan in her third phase in particular, but second and third phase. Okay, so that one I definitely did get a counter. Good. Timing those isn't too hard, I guess. Did I get a counter on that? No, did not. Okay, I tried to predict it instead of reacting, and I got punished for it. I should have tried to react. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to pay better attention to the cues. This is actually a good... Yeah, I could lower the world level once 1.4 drops to practice more on this boss. Because the amount of damage I'm taking, it's not that much to be honest, but it is enough that I have to keep switching to my healers to handle it, to make sure Beto doesn't die. Event shop BP, etc. You can get 50 and 60 roll per month. Okay. So by the time Aika rolls around, could be maybe an 2 pities worth accumulated for free. Defense. It's a shame that Elemental Mastery isn't all that useful on Noelle. This wouldn't be an awful Noelle piece, but given that it's a Wanderer's Troop, it's not a particularly good set for her. Okay, so I got that. Now I'm gonna go and condense some more resin and do some more farming. And I think I do want to keep farming maidens because I want to improve my healers, particularly Diona. I think having a healers set, if not 4-piece, at least a 2-piece, will help her out quite a bit for me. And in the meanwhile, I'll be farming also for Venti and or Jean. Ultimately, even if I get spooked by someone like, I don't know, if I end up getting C1, the worst case scenario for me, I guess, is either a C1 Mona or C1 Kaching, because I would rather get a new 5-star even though I love these two. I'm not sure, it seems both Kaching and Mona basically... Oh. Okay, Kaching's C1 might be better than Mona's C1 in terms of the amount of damage output. I'm not sure. Mona, of course, being AoE, can do quite a bit, even with just the 15%. And after that, I guess would be Diluc. I think I'm okay going down to as low as 6 fragile resin. At least we'll get more with the new BP. I think it's here. Yeah, Valley of Remembrance, that's the set. And which enemies were they? I think they were the 3 different mages, abyss mages. Yeah, this is a case where I wish I had a Geo character built up. I'm sure they could help me quite a bit here, but well, it's not like I have much trouble. Let's see. Given the importance of Inazuma update where Aika will be present, very good chance that we will be aware thanks to the leaks several weeks in advance. Well, I hope so. I hope so for everyone who wants Aika, including yourself. And I'm pretty sure I would like her. I don't think I'll pull hard for her, but I think she'd be good. She'd be nice to have for me. I don't really know much about even how she looks like. It's been a while since I've seen her art. I do know she has the Mona style dash, which I hope they somewhat. So there's a couple things that I hope they eventually address. One of which is this, where aiming as an archer, you get caught in certain spots, like in a domain right here. And that is so annoying. It's nice that they added decoration to the bottom, but the fact that it has actual gameplay annoyances like this is, I mean, obviously you can deal with it, you can work around it, but it's a gameplay mechanic that I don't like. And I don't know if Mona will run into it here, but she often gets stuck in rocks. Yeah, here. She got stuck there for a moment. And again, that's also quite annoying. So I hope they kind of address it. Because, however, like, again, it's something you can deal with and work around, but it's not fun to have to work around it. She's a cryo samurai with a princess design. Yeah, I vaguely remember that's sort of her deal. And yeah, because it is in Azuma, J Jap Japan style. I remember looking at her, she reminded me. Oh, it's this. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. With Ganyu. Oh, shit. Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm not even sure you could call it a bug. It might just be intended for all I know. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned the bug on the MiHoYo feedback stuff? Okay, good. I hope lots of people do. Because it is super annoying. Okay, I didn't take the right team here. I forgot exactly what the enemies were here, so I ended up not taking a particularly good team. This is a good generic team, I guess. Whenever you have Keqing and Ganyu on the same team, you have a very good generic team, at least on my account. Oh shit, dodged right into that one. Okay. Yep, I ran into the lip again. Okay. Yeah, that was easy. Not very fast. If I took a better team, I guess, maybe going double cryo would be better. Okay, so yeah, I'd be happy with either Viridescent or Maidens. And I just want good stats. Really, I don't really have great artifacts for either right now. Those are good substats, at least. It's trash main stat. And that's mediocre main stat and well, yeah. It's a HP percentage, but as a substat, but energy recharge, crit damage as a substat. This one might not be horrible. If it wait, goblet. No, goblet you want HP percentage. Circlet you want healing bonus. Yeah, circlet you want healing bonus. So yeah, that wasn't good. Inazuma is supposed to be the beginning 17th century Japan style? Okay. That could be fun. Like, all of these settings so far have been... I don't know if it's 17th century, but it's been a few hundred years in the past, at least, right? Your duo Zhongli Albedo. Oh yeah, and as Geo, you even have... It's even more generically useful in a way. Let's put Diona here. And oh, she's good. Sucrose for crowd control. Let's try that. Tokugawa shogunate shut the borders. Is that right? Yeah, I don't know really anything about 17th century Japan. I guess with the physical damage bonus, I could also try bringing Cryo with Kaching for physical damage, but frankly, Ganyu is just so strong that she can handle anything.
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。
Okay.
安全距離確認。安全距離確認。部外者禁止。
Let's use the decoy. Oh shit. The Sisson Mage has managed to target me properly. Oh, I should use Diona's shield. Use that for some healing.
部外者禁止。
And use that again. So I wonder if Inazuma will be kind of a... What is it, like a hermit country then? Where they try to close the borders. And I wonder what the Archon will be. It must be an Electro God, right? And we'll almost definitely have another 5-star servant who is the Venti or Zhongli of that place. Could be fun. And maybe they'll give an Electro buff, because I heard people say that Electro is just doesn't have as much damage potential because of the lack of a vaporized or melt style. Wow, that's a lot of wind. I'll take it. It has really good substats. Only sentries know well about Japan 13th, 19th, and the 20th. Yeah, personal research. Okay. Yeah, I know Japan was kind of what? There was a guy named Perry in America who helped force Japan to open up or something. And that was what, late 19th? Sometime in the 19th century? No, 20th. No, 19th or 20th, something like that. And 13th century, I really don't know. That's like medieval times, right? I could try rolling this. If it gets crit rate as the 4th stat, obviously it's most likely going to get flat defense or flat HP, but there's a chance. Not 20th? Okay. So it's further back. There's a chance. Sands, another defense. For a hat, I believe I'd rather have crit rate or crit damage and that feather. Yeah. More trash. Yeah, electro reactions are the worst compared to pyro and hydro. Yeah, the melt vaporize I heard was basically the best in terms if you just want straight damage. And Geo is also super strong, huh? Because they changed the Geo resonance and also made Zhongli straight up way better. Let's see, what should I do this time? Try that. And that. Put up a shield. And that. And I think maybe attacking the Sisson Mage could pay dividends. And do that. Put up the taunt. Okay, now we just got the debt collector to take care of. And hopefully he will attack the flower. Nice. Oh shit. Missed. Okay, let's just aim for his legs. Alright, that was quick. How did Japan get the chance to adapt to modern technology before the World Wars? Yeah, well, World War I took place in 1914, or it started in 1914, right? I don't know how much Japan was involved, but that still gives you 14 years, which I guess, to be fair, isn't that much. Huh, Japan never advanced during that time? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I know very little about that history, I guess. Well, to be fair, I know very little about a lot of history. Alright, a viridescent. Oh? Not liking the defense percentage, but If the fourth stat is attack percentage or obviously crit percentage, this could be a good piece. And this isn't awful. I would rather have healing bonus, obviously, but HP percentage has its uses. Yeah, that one's trash. I saw the H and I was like, oh, but of course you don't get a healing bonus on a goblet. And that ain't healing. Japan was in 1868. Oh, that's one. Huh, right after the US Civil War. Interesting. Yeah, that was a guy named Perry, right? Commodore Perry, I think? The main reason I remember his name is because of Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, actually, where they had a character who was based off Commodore Perry, and his thing was always opening things up. Okay, so I am running low on fragile resin at this point. I am out of condensed resin. So I think I'll... Let's see, let me just double check. Let me try rolling some of the artifacts right now first. Yeah, I have 10. I want to have at least 6 fragile resin left. Because that's exactly 2 days worth of resin. Yeah, it's scary how fast you go through resin. Let's see. Let's look at the artifacts. So, got Viridescent Venerer. HP percentage. I'm gonna hold on to this just in case there is an upcoming Anemo servant who scales something off HP, but I'm not hopeful. This one's one that I already had, and the crit rate plus main stat attack is good, but I think especially on Sucrose, I think Elemental Mastery might be better. Don't have that, unfortunately. And for the Goblet, of course I want Anemo, and I do have this, but those substats are garbage. Not complete garbage, but it's a 4-star and yeah, not great. HP percentage. Elemental Mastery on this one, so this one's not a new one. Okay, this one I'll roll to see what I get. And I guess I'll lock it just in case, because this is still the only one that I have with crit rate. Which stats do I want on Venti if I get him? Good question. I haven't really thought about it, but I figured that Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge are 2 of the big ones for a support like him. Elemental Mastery on Sucrose is super strong. Okay, yeah, that's what I heard. So obviously he has the standard attacks. Summons a wind domain at the opponent's location, AoE any anima damage. Even larger wind domain with Venti at the epicenter. Launch after unleashing the hold version, Venti rides the... Oh, neat. Yeah, I remember that from his quest. 6 seconds and 15 seconds. Especially for melt. Right, because especially since Sucrose gives everyone a percentage of her elemental mastery as a support. So, and the Viridescent set, I think, a 4-piece also helps out in that respect. So yeah, just maxing out elemental mastery on her sounds like a really good idea. Fires off an arrow made of countless anima damage. So I know this is his bread and butter, the one that really makes him the OP monster he is. Crowd control monster, anyway. Okay, so this is very, very similar to Sucrose's burst. Duration 8 seconds, 60 energy cost. So yeah, I guess Elemental Mastery really sounds like a good one for him, and obviously also with crit and crit damage and such. Let's see what his other talents. 20 seconds. 15 energy for Venti. Okay, so that gives a refund basically of what was it? It's 60, right? Yeah, so a refund of 25%. Oh wow, that's it also recharges everyone else's if you wow. Or not everyone else's, but just for that corresponding element. Okay, this is gliding. It's too bad you can't stack this with Amber. Alright, so after thinking about it, I definitely think Elemental Mastery and the standard crit rate, crit damage seem like the good things, but I guess crit. Whereas Sucrose gets a bit more out of Elemental Mastery, maybe on Venti I might want more crits because you don't get to give away your Elemental Mastery to others or help out others' Elemental Mastery with your own like Sucrose can. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and level this up to 4 and see what I get. Uh, that's trash. Crit them. I'll hold on to it just in case, but I might unlock it. I guess if it gets Elemental Mastery, it wouldn't be too bad, but I really want crit damage or attack percentage. I'll hold on to it for now, but I'm gonna keep farming for a better piece. And this one has potential. It has Elemental Mastery. Yeah, so this is, I think, somewhat better only if I can get the set. If it keeps rolling into crit damage or Elemental Mastery, this could be good on Sucrose. So let's see what I get. Actually, that one's not too bad. I'll hold on to it. That one. With feathers, again, it's okay to be quite picky. What? Come on. That's 2 rolls in a row that I got flat HP. Yeah, this one, this one's all over the place. That's not gonna happen. Uh, all right, I guess I'll feed that to. I like the crit damage, but the other ones, and I'd rather have, yeah, Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge, Elemental Mastery and Attack percent. Yeah, that one's not so great. Defense percentage, attack percentage. Between Venti, Kea, and Beta. Well, Beto, she drinks alcohol every time you just leave her alone for a bit. I'm guessing it's her, but Venti, I'm sure, gives her some competition. So unfortunately, I don't have a flower that has elemental mastery for her. So this one's not such a good flower, quite frankly. Attack percentage and energy recharge aren't bad, but I already have a better flower here. So this one is potentially something I could give to Venti as well, because it doesn't have elemental mastery. It's just as good really on Venti as it is on Sucrose, I would say. Yeah, and with feathers I can be picky. This one's that's yeah, crit damage. The others are just not good enough. The other stats are just not good enough to want to keep. Animo damage on a Hydro set. No thank you. Geo damage on a Hydro set. No thank you. But does Kaya drink a lot? I actually don't remember much about Kaya in terms of his alcohol consumption. I guess he's, what, brothers with Dialog, so maybe he drinks a lot of wine? I could see that. Speaking of which, maybe I should drink some wine for Venti pulls just as good luck. Because I know Venti does enjoy wine a lot. I mean, they make a lot of wine there. Of course! The one stat that I wouldn't want to level up. Oh well. Okay, so we got that. Now, for the Maiden's pieces, what do we got? Yeah, for this, of course, I want healing bonus, and I do have a 4-star with healing bonus. It's just that the substats are not good. I really want healing bonus with HP percentage and flat HP. Why is chat in slow mode? It's, yeah, I've had some chatters who I feel like it would be better if they condensed lots of chats into one longer chat. So initially I set it to 15 seconds at the beginning, but I realized based on input that 15 seconds might be a little too long. So now it's set to 3 seconds. And I figure if you need to send a message less than 3 seconds after the last one you did, you should just wait for, you should chill and wait for another 2 seconds before you press enter. But yeah, it's hopefully it shouldn't be too disruptive of a change, but this is an experiment. So I am open to input and I will be fiddling around with it. Kay often goes to the bar. Oh, and to annoy him. Yeah. Kaya likes to annoy a lot of people, right? I really enjoyed the one video where it shows, what is it? Clay. She drew a little thing showing the Knights of Favonius terrorizing Mondstadt. And it was all based on what Kaya told her, I think. So look at those substats. Why couldn't it roll flat defense? What the one time that I'd want. Now this one does have flat defense or flat HP, sorry. Yeah, flat HP is what I want on an HP percentage piece. But I would rather have energy recharge than flat HP, I guess. Yeah, not a great set. Now, I like this one for the double HP. Yeah, this one's a very good piece for Diona because I have issues with energy recharge on her, but you can see it rolled flat HP a lot, and I would obviously much rather it roll HP percentage. Energy recharge. What do I have on her right now? Crit damage, defense. Yeah, this one's... Actually, this one could be useful on a DPS who heals. So this one is HP percentage, but it's a 4-star piece. Alright, now let's look at the thundering pieces. During 1.4, we saw Kaya drinking alcohol with Rosario. Oh, did he? Yeah, I didn't quite pay full attention to all the visuals during the 1.4 announcement. I was mainly listening to it on the background. But that makes sense, at least in terms of Kaya being a drinker or hanging out at Dialog's bar, of course. I'm sure he wouldn't mind getting into those fishnets in a way, and I don't mean he wants to put them on. So this one actually could be good on Beto because but a lot of her attacks are physical, but it doesn't have good substats. I would rather have crit, definitely. And of course, ideally, I want Thunder, electro damage bonus as the main stat. Yeah, Rosaria though, she's very mysterious. I don't remember much about her from the Albedo event, or the Albedo storyline, which I think was the one time we've ever seen her in the game. So this one's a decent piece. I like the crit rate as the main stat, but obviously I don't have crit damage as a substat. So Thundering Fury, yeah, I didn't really get many Thundering Fury drops today, did I? So this is I don't like the fact that it has only two stats, but if it rolls crit damage percentage and then it rolls flat attack or energy recharge, this could be a piece very much worth keeping. So I'm actually gonna just try leveling it up, at least to level 4. This one's Animo, attack percentage, HP, yeah, this one, despite the fact that all the, yeah, no. Despite, I will use it as fodder, but it takes me all the way to level 5. But I want to end just when I get to level 4. Yeah, you hope you get her quickly. Yeah, no interest in Child C1. Yeah, same. I so for that reason, I feel like if I get spooked by another 5-star on Venti's banner, I will pull quite a bit more on Venti's banner and hope that I get Venti so that I have a chance of getting a non-child if I pull a 5-star on that banner. Because I really would rather get spooked by another 5-star instead of child. Okay, so this one is going to be fodder. Because even though the first two stats are good, it is a 4-star piece, 4-star artifact with um yeah, started with only 2 stats. This one's not bad, but it's Thunder Soother. I'll hold on to it. Thunder Soother is going to be much harder to build because, of course, you need all 4 pieces before you get any sort of bonus attack, bonus damage. This one's not bad, but none of them rolled electro damage. I'm curious about this. This could be useful if it rolls crit. Let's see. Yeah, I guess basically feeding, so physical damage bonus. Ask is to circle it. Yeah, I want crit. Oh, I can put in a 3-star, or does a 2-star work? Yeah. Okay, flat attack's not awful. If it rolls a crit on the next one, could be worth keeping. Elemental burst. Okay, so this one is the Noblesse Oblige. With the feather, you can be picky, but kinda want to try keeping it just in case. Okay, I guess a 4-star artifact is good. How can you not want C1 Child? What is a C1 anyway? I really don't know anything about his constellations. I found his playstyle in his story quest to be fun, but because he's husbando. He's actually not a bad husbando, I guess. Yeah, flat H. This is the 3rd time today I've rolled a flat HP. So for that reason, I'm not too interested in getting him. Yeah. Ultimately, I think I'll use this one as fodder. So this one, okay, we do have crit damage as the main stat here. I'll lock it, but I won't bother leveling it up for now. Crit damage is the main stat. The substat for this one's better, so I'll just go ahead and trash it. Trash this one. The 4-star artifacts aren't worth keeping, I think, unless they really have godly substats. Oh, it reduces his cooldown of his E. Okay, that does sound great. That sounds like it would allow you to use him just a lot better. We've got 2 mediocre flowers here. They both have potential though if they roll crit. I'm gonna try enhancing this. If it doesn't roll a crit, then I'll just use it as fodder. Circlet, attack percentage, no. HP percentage and energy recharge has potential. I'll lock it for now. Animo. This one I'll lock just in case there's some Animo character who comes that scales off HP. This one's worthless. Worthless! Yeah, this one's worthless. As a certain Animo character might say. Yeah, you never needed to see one, huh? Yeah, I heard that with Child, depending on how you play him, you can make his... you can make his cooldown issue just kind of a non-issue by by switching, basically by building your teams so that you can switch in and out. Similar to, or I guess it's kind of like you can say Hu Tao is similar to Child in a way, because Hu Tao is a character you don't want to be around all the time, but because of the fact that when you don't have her E up, her damage potential drops quite a bit. And I believe that's similar to Child. So this one, energy recharge is not a bad stat. But the fact that this one has crit damage, if this one rolls a good substat, then I'll keep this one and use that one as fodder. Yeah, I'm not really in need for... let's keep it so that I can maybe give it to Chongyun. Or possibly Kea one day if I build him. Percentage, yeah. Physical damage bonus with hydro damage bonus, not really worth. Yeah. Wait. Wait, let me double check. Is that one I wanted to use? Yeah, that one's pretty garbage. Defense percentage. Yeah, they're both kind of trash at this point then. They're both mediocre. I'll hold on to them just in case, but I'm gonna be very willing to use them as fodder. Okay, so as usual, I didn't get a single really good piece today. But, well, like I said, it's as usual. I'm used to it. It is what it is. Now, I think I'll do one run of 11-2, and then I do have enough resin to do at least one 28 resin run of a domain, if not a 40 resin run with the condensed resin after I attempt this. It might take me more than 24 minutes, probably, so we'll see. Just notice I don't have a Geo or Claymore user, so let's fix that for this. Example, if you use Zhongli Burst, time the meteor destroys the enemies, half the cooldown has elapsed. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, Zhongli, well, it's kind of like he's Geo, but it's almost like he does a Hydro plus Cryo by himself when you use his burst, right? It just keeps everyone frozen in place for a few seconds, and that's just so... that looks so useful. Obviously, I've only ever played with him during trial quests and story quests and such, but it seems so incredibly useful. And that's even before you talk about his insane damage numbers that you can hit. You don't think you lose DPS with the longer E if you have a good support with him? Yeah, you think the C1 basically doesn't provide any advantage that a good team couldn't also provide, maybe? Oh, yeah, you have to select it and press X. Maybe I should try to go for a 3rd star in this one. Yeah, I'll give that one a shot today, actually, instead of doing 11-2. 11-2 kind of frustrated me. I guess Pyro on both teams would be good. Let me think. Well, yeah, I think Pyro on both teams is a must, but what kind of Pyro team would work? Tiber said Zhongli is trash tier. Yeah, really? Then Zhangling? That's pretty silly. Zhangling? Even back when Zhongli first came out, Zhangling is not exactly a top tier DPS, right? To begin with. Alright, so at the top, I think I'll want to have. So here's my thinking. At the top, you have the Cryo Sisson Mage, who's you're gonna want to use Pyro against her a lot. Whereas against the big ass Frost Arm Hilichurl, you don't need Pyro that often. You just need it to break his shield, and you don't even need that if you have a Claymore user. It just helps a lot. So I figure having this guy, Bennett, at the top makes sense. But for my main DPS, I'm still trying to choose between Ganyu. You know what? Ganyu can destroy the people at the top, especially she could absolutely, yeah, murder the debt collector first, and then we can take care of the Cryosisson mage after. So I think I'll have Ganyu as my main DPS at the top, along with him as a support. For my healer, Barbara is always gonna give me trouble. Bennett can heal. And maybe I could double up on Cryo there, even though that's not always good. No, I think I shouldn't double up on Cryo because this way I can put Cryo at the bottom along with Kaching, and that way I can do Superconduct. Makes you laugh when you think back to the criticisms. Yeah. Yeah, right. And now everyone is complaining they made him too OP. But, what can you do? At least, just the fact that the game's non-competitive means you can just drown out all those haters and the reverse too. But, I mean, if somebody hypes up a character too much, good for them, whatever, I don't care. But if somebody shits on your character, that might feel a little bad. But ultimately, like, doesn't matter. Because it is a single player game, fundamentally. There's no competitive aspect, really. Not within the game, per se. Sucrose at the bottom's not gonna help much, so maybe the team I'll build is something like... I could do double Pyro Resonance. With Zhangli? Or I could do double Cryo Resonance, ultimately. But with him... And that way... This could be interesting. I haven't run Bennett with Chongyun together in a while. Yeah, only need to do... Yeah. So actually, I think you're thinking of 11 too. This one's floor 10. I'm just trying to do the third... I'm trying to 3-star the third chamber of floor 10. And for this one, I do need a healer. Diona's a good healer. Well, no, she's not, and that's the problem right now. She is a healer, but not one that I can really depend on all that well. So I'm thinking I'm gonna need her. Okay, so this is what I'll do. No, can I just count on Diona? Yeah, this is. Oh, actually no. I can do it this way, right? Oh, whoops. Not what I meant to do. Yeah, unfortunately that means I'm benching my Mona. Mona could come in really handy on the top. Mona could come in very handy at the top, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna replace Chongyun with Mona. I think that's the right move. There'll be freeze ability. Yep. Rather easy. Yeah, so that's my goal right now, to get 9 stars, because I already have 8. I just need to get the 3rd star on Chamber 3. So I'm just gonna, like, I'm not even gonna look at what these do. Well, I should, just to see, but I'm definitely choosing the first one because I don't care how long it takes me to beat the first 2 chambers, because I've already 3-starred them. And I just want the buffs for the 3rd chamber. That Rosaria's Constellations, rather useful. C0 should be sufficient. Okay. Yeah, I'm just hoping for a C0. I'll stop pulling there because I really don't want to risk ruining my pity with child. So I don't even know what's coming here, but I do have pyro characters to help, so should be okay. Let me get rid of the Hilichurls first. Got that, and got oh shit, didn't get that. Let's try to. Shit. I'm gonna actually go here and snipe at the Hilichurl. Here, let's use his burst. And that. Here, let's try this. You throw this. Ah, shit. I wanted the fire. Okay, I still need to get better at doing that. Certainly having my issues. Oh no. Where's... Okay, so while the... Yeah. Okay, let's use her E, and let's kill the Hilichurls. And I should... Oh, here, let me try this. And... Sucrose. And that gets some swirl going for them. Gosh, I hate their ice... what is it? Mist attack. It is hard to dodge, for me anyway. Okay, where's the Sealy? It's there. Here. Let's try to attack this guy. Rosaria skills need the same item as Ganyu and Zhao. Oh, really? Which ones? Let's see. Ganyu uses diligence, doesn't she? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean the items? Ganyu uses the Whopper Flower stuff. I know that. So while they're distracted by Ganyu's taunt, let's try to do some damage here. And I also know she uses Valberries. Also, why did I use Ganyu's burst? Oh, I meant to use Mona's burst. Okay. Oh, the boss child item? Oh, if you want to get their skills up beyond level 6. Yeah, I meant to use Mona's burst, not Ganyu's burst. For obvious reasons, Ganyu's burst is kinda useless against cryo slimes. So, what is it? It's a butt plug, isn't it? A child item that Ganyu uses. It's It's like something of the warrior, I think, that it's called. I don't remember the exact name. It's called the plug. The plug. Ah, I see, yeah. Okay, and I think an Abyss Mage is gonna spawn after I kill these guys. Glad there's no time constraint for me on this right now. Ooh. Taking my sweet old time with this. Alright, maybe... Oh! Okay, when I'm having Bennett do damage, maybe I need to try to focus on doing Melt. Because Melt is gonna just give him a nice big multiplier. Shadow of the Warrior. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something of the Warrior. Alright, I can go here, use that, and that, yep, that removes the cryo from him, which is good. Alright, so where... Okay, it is an Abyss Mage, that's what I thought. The Ballad books? Oh, she uses Ballad, okay. Yeah, I know who uses Ballad, I think... Oh yeah, Venti uses Ballad because he is a bard, of course. And I know Fischl uses Ballad, but it's been a while since I've built Fischl, so I haven't needed to farm those recently. Alright, that one went fairly well. I have most people's bursts ready, I think, or at least they're fairly well charged up. Okay, we got her. Let's use that. Let's use that, and use that. And then maybe I'll be able to get Superconduct going. Oh, I should remember to sprint every once in a while. Oh, maybe that's why they gave us that buff, so that we can sprint to the Sealy, sprint back, and then get an attack buff out of it. I guess I should try to use Yin Yang kind of to... Ah, okay, fine. I should use Yin Yang to kind of take care of the Sealy, not the Sealies, the Sissons that she spawns. Though, to be honest, it doesn't really do a whole lot. At least they are weak, or they're not weak, but they do get hurt by electricity. Okay. Where are you? Ah, this again. I feel like I do say it probably every stream, because I do like to bitch a lot. But this is the kind of fight where having a lock-on mode would just make it feel a lot less frustrating. Maybe I should try activating the combat camera. I generally find the combat camera very annoying, and that's one reason I haven't activated it. But maybe it could provide a bonus, a use. Okay, maybe... Do I try to get this mage first? Yeah, Albedo, Kea, Traveler. Yeah, Traveler obviously uses everything, right? Yeah. Lisa too. Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm gonna need to start over. Oh well. You won't need to farm the Geobishop again. Yeah. Well, she will just obviously need the cryo, huh? Alright, let's try this challenge again. I think I'll have to start again from the chamber 1, the first floor room. Yeah, but that's okay. That's actually pretty fun, and I definitely got better at it over time. So now I'll really focus, and let's put on a little bit more exciting music, maybe? Something that can get the blood pumping a little more. So this one's actually not such a good track. Ah, this one should be good. The MC music would be a good choice, but I decided right now I'll continue the same playlist that I'd been playing. Okay. Oh, not you. Right, I meant to do this. Okay, at least I can get some melt going. Ah, shit, was throwing that. Let's do that, get out of this spot, and get rid of the... Oh, so this is the music of the very first boss that is available in Bloodborne. Now, I believe there are two technical first bosses in Bloodborne, and this one happens to be a completely optional one. There is one boss that you have to beat in order to proceed. There are only, I believe, 6 or 7 bosses in the whole game that you have to beat in order to beat the game. This is not one of them. This is not a required boss, but it is one of the 2 bosses that are the first ones available. It happens to be the Cleric Beast. I'm pretty sure it was the first boss that I beat. It's a pretty fun boss. Quite easy once you figure him out, but when you first fight him, he is scary. He is scary. He is huge, he hits really hard, he's super aggressive, and you can't really counter him. The only kind of counter you can do to him is by aiming at his head and stunning him by hitting him on the head a bunch. Yeah, every Bloodborne boss is... yeah. I will say the worst boss in Bloodborne, in my opinion, is the Living Failures. Fittingly enough, given their name. But even they are actually kind of fun to fight. The Living Failures are one of the very few bosses in Bloodborne that I beat on my first try ever. Because they're not particularly hard. They're a very, relatively speaking, a very easy boss. Nice, got the melt. Yeah, I am still learning more about using Mona as a support, but the just amount of damage she can add to your team is clearly very high. Even before you even before you think about the melt possibilities, just the attack buff she grants you on the next hit after her burst is quite big. So, and of course it freezes or locks in place certain enemies. Not dissimilar to Zhongli's burst, but also different. They're similar, but they're different. Okay, let's get that done. Yeah. Starting to get very tired. Yeah, no worries. Have a good evening. Thank you for coming by. It is super late there. It must be what, like 4 AM? So yeah, you should go to bed. Absolutely no need to apologize for it. Thank you anyway for coming by. So yeah, and have a nice sleep. I hope you sleep better than I did last night, because I didn't sleep all that well, quite frankly. But I managed to take a nap that got me a bit more, so actually, no, the swirl doesn't really help me a whole lot there. So this will help me though. Where are you? Damn it. Okay. Shouldn't take many shots. Yeah, not much sleep. Yeah, I went to bed probably around 1 AM last night because it was a Friday night. And I woke up at like 6 or 7, stayed up for a couple hours and then fell back asleep and probably got another 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So in total I probably got almost 8, if not 8, but it's always better in my opinion to have that 8 hours straight instead of split up like that. You went to bed around 2 AM? Oh. Yeah, 2 a.m.'s not too bad for a Friday in my opinion. I do that pretty regularly, but everyone's sleep schedule is different, of course, so. And it really depends a lot on your own personal schedule, how you live, and all that. Okay. Let's try to get those Sisson mages, or not Sisson mages, the Sisson. Damn it, I hate how they can teleport while being stunned. That is, not gonna lie, that kind of triggers me. I mean, they're clearly designed to be annoying ass enemies to fight. You have no schedule? Okay. That's it. I mean, you don't have a job or anything like that, or classes? You had to take a test recently, right? So you must have some sort of schedule, right? In terms of classes at least, and tests. But maybe it's very variable, so you might as well say you don't have a schedule. Okay, superconduct. Okay, I also need to get better at using Kaching's auto attacks for regaining what's it called? Stamina. Because if I dashed over to an enemy, then I'm often lacking in stamina. Okay. Hit them both. Actually, let me attack the Sisson mage a bit. That him. No. Okay, I'm gonna need to heal up. And let's try to recharge her burst. So actually I don't need to save their bursts for next round because it's the third one that I'm really concerned with right now, that I'm trying to 3-star. So this one I'm gonna just try to beat. Okay, let's do this. Ah, shit. And then do auto attacks to... Yeah, nice. Ching's normal attack where she disappears doesn't prevent anything? What do you mean prevent? I don't know what that means in this context. I do know it allows her to basically teleport out of the way. Well, not teleport, but kind of get out of the way of an attack. Kaya can actually do this too, but I don't know. I don't think it has any iframes. It just moves you over to somewhere else. It doesn't. Yeah, so it doesn't have any iframes, but it can be used to dodge an attack that's coming. You just have to dodge it outright instead of dodging through it like using iframes in a dash. Okay. Oh, I don't have... Okay, actually Pyro can deal with these guys. So what I'll do is this, and then this, and then this should allow... Yeah, killed all of them at once. Oh, there you are. And wow, Ganyu's burst just lasts so long. Yeah, I know Kaching, yeah, when she disappears in her auto attack. Oh shit, I should save these. So yeah, let me try to build this up again. Yeah, it doesn't have any iframes, but like I said, can be useful. But using her auto attacks is really more about, for me anyway, it's more about building up stamina. Because with Kaching, basically the ideal style in terms of damage is to use her charge attacks. The charge attacks in terms of DPS ability is just much higher. Let's use that. I think I'll have all the bursts ready. Okay, good. Oh, that got a vaporize. Oh, right. It's called a vaporize when it's water and then pyro. Yeah, also Mona, for instance, when she goes invisible, she's still susceptible to damage, which is pretty annoying. It's... Yeah, before I did one of my domain runs, I mentioned some annoyances of Mona's dash. And that's another one, the fact that she's not invincible at any point as far as I know. Okay, let's just use Ganyu, because he doesn't have a shield. And I have all the bursts up. Alright. Oh, I don't have anyone's burst up here, but that's okay. I'll try to get everyone's burst up for the next round. Okay, so this is one of these ladies. Okay. Ah. Shit. Oh, we got treasure hoarders here. Let me take care of them first, actually. Oh, it's only these 3 enemies, huh? So, if I can get Fiona's thing going here, and then Superconduct. And even though my Kaching is physical, the teleport is still useful to use when in certain situations, so use it now. Oof. Okay, I killed them both. Now let's try to use Jinyan to break her shield. Okay. Let's charge up that, get a shield up. And using Electro can help break her shield. But of course Pyro is the best element to use in this situation. Okay. Okay, we killed that. Okay, let's try to get people's bursts ready. Ooh, shit. Okay, we're gonna back off a little and try to heal. Maybe, you know what? I don't need Shinyan's burst ready. Yeah, that's okay. Now that this lady's got her shield back up, I think I can... Yeah, I don't need people's burst quite ready against the Frost Arm Hilichurl, so I think I'll just do it this way. Oh nice, I still got 3 stars. Okay, so now this is the one that I want to get 3 stars on. This is the one that I really want to get right. So, let's see. Character damage, okay. That's pretty good, yeah. 30% attack buff, that's... Yeah, so, and I need at least 7 minutes left. So let's do it. 7 minutes. Okay, so this guy... Can I freeze him? Oh shit. It's frozen. Ah, shit. Alright, let's use that. Hopefully he'll be attracted to the taunt. Let's use Mona's taunt. And do that. Okay, he's frozen. And he's dead. Okay, now we got her to take care of. Let me go to there a bit. And I swirl with the pyro for some help. Okay, I need to do a lot of pyro damage right now. Okay. Okay, let's use Ganyu's this to maybe... Hopefully I'll be able to freeze... Yeah, I can freeze the Sissons. And I need to use his burst to heal Ganyu. And she's susceptible to cryo damage when her shield is down, so even though I think she does have a cryo resistance, Ganyu is sort of... Yeah, okay, good. So I think I still have more than 9 minutes left. which means I have to do this in 2 minutes, I think. But one of these bad guys is actually fairly easy to handle, in my opinion. So I'm gonna, yeah, see. Oh, no, I don't. I need to do this in 90 seconds. Okay, let's do this. Heaven or hell, let's rock. Okay, let's get. Oosh. Okay, that's the thing about Barbara, of course. Come here. Good. Ah, shit. Okay, let's use Pyro, and then... Okay, good. We got this. We got this. Get some... What is it? Vaporize going. Freeze him. And then get Superconduct. Okay, I have 49 seconds to do just as much damage as possible. Let's raise her crit rate. And get more Superconduct going. Ah, shit. Okay, let's do auto attacks to build up stamina. And get that going. Oh shit, I didn't mean to switch to her. Okay, 25 seconds left. Let's use that and get the Superconduct going and the heal. 17 seconds left. I don't think I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be close if I do, but yeah, I don't have it. I need to do a better job of using Barbara's attack buff, because it's there to be used. Alright, let's try it again. This is actually pretty fun, even though I do hate these kind of DPS check style fights in general. I find these fights fairly fun. They are a challenge, of course, and that's the fun part. And I think they're at the right level of difficulty for my team and my skill right now. Right, you can see that this is just beyond my skill level in terms of my ability to handle this. Just beyond, because if I only had another 5 seconds, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to do it. But I didn't have another 5 seconds, so I need to get at least 5 seconds better, basically. So, let's see, what's my strategy here gonna be? Let's do this. Let's do that. And then this. He's frozen. He should take a lot of damage here. Ah, shit. Do that. Okay, he's dead. Alright, this is going pretty well. Let's use that. I'm quite sure those enemies are susceptible to cryo damage. And this way I can also freeze some of them. And now I got Melt Vaporize going in a sense. This way I can also heal up Ganyu a bit, and she gets an attack buff. If I can get some Melt going between the Pyro and the Cryo, that would be good too. Okay, let's try using that. Shit. Okay, so I think I have something like 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in that range. So I have a little more time left than before. Now, I'm gonna have to be smarter here about using Barbara's E, because getting frozen was just really hurting me. So I think what I'll do is start by... I'll use Diona's burst, and then use this to freeze. And then now the goal here is to break down his shield. And that you can do with a lot of tools. But he is a very dangerous enemy though. Well, when he has the shield up. When he doesn't... Oh shit. Okay. Let's leave for now. Let's try that again. I think I can do just as good a run for the beginning. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. This is pretty fun. And once I build up Beto and get way better at her, she actually would have been pretty good here because she can do superconduct very easily against cryo enemies. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely the way to go. I'm generally going to be able to keep people's HP over 50. I don't have Hu-Tao. Okay, so let's remind myself. I'm going to switch to Ganyu. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. And where is he? Ah, there you are. Ah! I knew that thing was coming. Okay, let's use her burst instead. This is gonna be slower. Okay, Ganyu just about died there. Okay, let's really try to kill him and... Okay, let's get the burst up. Ooh, having some frame rate issues. Okay. At least when the enemies are close by, that thing doesn't create too much annoyance. Okay, let's use Ganyu's burst. We got Melt Vaporize going. Okay, let's get some healing and the attack buff. And now we've got to try to use Ganyu to basically kill them. Ah, shit. I hate how, no matter how little HP these bugs have, when they can create a shield for her, and that shield will be full HP. Oh shit, I actually managed to fire the arrow through that thing. Oh no, I didn't have that fully charged. Okay, got the headshot. I don't think this is gonna happen this turn, but I might be able to do this in a minute. Let's see. So for this, what I'll do... Okay, so I'll switch to Barbara, apply that, and then that. Get Melt. Okay. Use Electro to help break down his shield. Do that. Get that. Okay. Use Electro like that. Superconducted, and now his shield is gone. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that, but that's okay. Let's see if I can make this work. Oh, nice. Oh shit. Okay, let's use the crit. So I don't think I can afford to have him gain his shield back up even once here. Okay, let's freeze him. Okay, I think this whole Diona, then Barbara, then Kachang combo is actually working. You do that. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, I'm out of time. I really do hate that ice cage and this challenge. They really do a good job choosing these difficulties that make them just super annoying. Really hate that. But what can you do? I mean, I'm sure different people find different parts of it annoying. More annoying than others. Alright, this is my 4th attempt now. Let's see if I can do it. To do this. Let's do that. And this guy is frozen. And let's actually use the burst now. So he's frozen. Shit. We should get pretty good damage here. Ah, that sucks. That wastes so much time.
吸引テスト開始
Uh,
運命の共栄
oh, let's freeze you. Okay. Ganyu's about to die, so let's use her burst.
運命よ
And let's freeze you. And let's get some healing going. Let's get Ganyu healed. Oh shit, that was a complete miss. I wanted to get the headshot and just failed. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Switch to him.
これが運
Let's
命です
freeze you with water.
そう関係
And
者
that. Okay. So I have almost 2 minutes left. Let's see if I can do it this time. That was not a bad run. So what I'll do here now is I'll switch to Diona, use that, and that, and
バ
that.
ーバライバラを知らせ
And then she's buffed right now thanks to Barbara, so I'll take advantage of that. But I also need to take advantage of Keqing because overall Keqing does do more damage than Jinyan, even with the fact that Jinyan's Pyro. Ah, shit.
みんな
Okay, I don't have time for this. Okay, good thing he decided to stay up close. Let's do that. Okay.
急がないと陣営のごとく
Okay, let's get the superconduct. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and apply water. For some reason he didn't get frozen, but oh well. I have 1 minute. Let's see if I can do this. Right, I raised the crit rate and okay, do more damage. Okay, I do tend to press the buttons on my controller faster than this game can register sometimes, and I need to kind of slow myself down because of it. Why is he not getting frozen? I don't get that. Okay, now he's frozen, but I'm not sure why he's having so much trouble freezing him with Diona and Barbara, even though I'm definitely applying cryo and water. Yes, okay, I did it. Alright, I managed to 3-star this, so let's go. I'm not gonna do anything in this floor, but what I will do now is do another. You know what? This time I won't use condensed resin. I will just do 2 runs of a domain. And since I've already done, I did 3 runs of Maidens and Viridescent. I did 3 runs of Thundering Fury and Thunder Soother. And now I am going to do, this one for the, this should have, Noblesse Oblige and Bloodstained Chivalry. So I can definitely use a good Bloodstained Chivalry set for my Keqing. I think a 2-piece Bloodstained and 2-piece Gladiators would be good on her. And from what I remember, this domain features 3 Abyss Mages. And I think a good team for this, Hydro, yeah, I think this is actually a very good team for this. If I had a Geo character leveled up, they would probably be the best because, of course, Geo damage dealt by all party members increased by 75%. You can see it right there. So let's see. I'm not in too much of a time hurry, but let's go ahead and use her
水面に映る
first.
お触り禁止
good.
みんながそばにい
Let's
て
use
くれよ
that.
そう関係者
And that. And this guy decided to teleport right into the kill zone
よし出発だ
where Bennett
よし
has
出発だ
his burst set up.
みんな
So
がそばにいてくれる
too bad for him, I guess. As he's kind of fucked. Okay, got those two. And now the water one, who for whatever reason doesn't seem to join in that much as long as you stay away from him. I hope they don't adjust the AI later in a update or a patch. Kind of like how you can handle them this way. Alright, that was a fairly easy
次の
run.
仕事は
Let's see what I got. And I'll do one last run, and I guess I'll end the stream at that point. I'm going on 3 hours at this point, and it's just, to be fair, a little longer than I intended. Bloodstained Flower of Iron. I don't think I have any good bloodstained pieces yet. And I still don't have any good bloodstained pieces. This is a 4-star, so it's not great, but it could be good if it rolls a crit. So let's do one last run. And I think I'll roll that one Noblesse Oblige to level 4, but I'm expecting it to roll flat defense or HP. I've already done 3 rolls of flat HP today. And so that's what I'm expecting again, but we shall see. Let's do that. Oh shit.
燃えろ
お触り禁止
Yeah, that Cryo Abyss Mage is quite a bitch. Very annoying to deal
燃
with.
えろ
Ah shit. And when those two get together,
燃え
oh
ろ
man. Alright, let's freeze him.
運命の虚栄
Okay, we got 2 taunts there going, so that's pretty good. Okay, got the water one, or the ice one down.
部外
And
者禁
then
止
Ganyu can take care of the rest, really. Keep him frozen. Shit.
ついていきます
Yeah.
お触り禁止
Yeah, these guys also get unstunned very quickly. Pretty annoyingly. Okay, good. 1 minute 15 seconds, not bad. And hey, this is good timing because the Bloodborne soundtrack playlist that I'm listening to just ended. So this should be a good time to end it. Okay, that's Noblesse Oblige. Hmm. This could actually be good on what's her name? Noelle. Yeah, if I'm building Noelle to do lots of damage with her elemental burst, which allows her damage to scale off defense, this is the right piece, but that's way down the line. So I'll hold on to it, I'll lock it, but I won't be leveling it up anytime soon, and I won't be using it anytime soon, sadly enough. I wonder where the Twitch term Sag came from. I don't know, I've heard people use it, it's sort of the opposite of Pog, right? I actually don't know where Pog came from either. Poggers, right? I wonder if they're just emote names. And Monka S, Monka W, all those things. Yeah, I almost feel like Sag came by because people started saying sad and, I don't know, decided to come up with a new word instead. Actually, let's do this. Also, this works too. Okay, so I'm gonna go to a city just to be safe. Or actually, no, I'm not gonna go to a city. I'm gonna go here because I figure after this, I end the stream, I can do some artifact routes. But let me just go ahead and turn on the music. Oh, the music was on. Huh, silly me. Well, let me raise it. So I guess the game music must have been clashing with the background music at some points, somewhat. That's my bad. Now, yeah, the royal piece, or the noblesse oblige piece, not good. Physical damage bonus. Yeah, that's actually not a bad piece overall for somebody. I'm not sure who, but physical damage bonus. I guess, yeah, somebody who I want to do a lot of elemental burst damage along with. Yeah. But yeah, I'll lock this, and I got healing bonus, defense percentage. Yeah, this could also be a good Noel piece. Attack percentage is the main stat, sadly. Oh, this one is crit damage and attack percent, so that has potential. Okay, it's the yeah, it was the flower, I think. Right? HP percentage, elemental mastery. Was it gladiators that had, or not, bloodstained chivalry that had a decent piece? That's not that good. That good? No, it wasn't bloodstained. It must have been. Yeah, it must have been Noblesse Oblige, but I actually don't remember which piece it was. This one is, even though it's crit damage, well, it has high crit damage and flat attack. All of these have some potential. This one has the highest crit damage, so let me just try rolling this. Bloodstained Flower of Iron. Yeah, this is trash, 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 trash. Oh, and oh, 2-star? No, 3-star. Well, let's put in a 3-star. Okay, what am I gonna get? Energy recharge. It's not bad. This could be a good Noel piece. Absolutely could. So they're both level 4. Attack 5.3, crit damage. This one has better crit damage, same energy recharge, flat defense. But Elemental Mastery is not really helping, not doing Noel any favors. So actually, I think that could be worth. And this one has both flat defense. Obviously, for Noel, you want flat defense, defense percentage, and then crit rate and crit damage. But so those HPs aren't doing her any favors. Yeah, that one's trash. This one, they both have decent stats. Of course, I want flat defense, but the fact that this has higher crit damage, yeah. An elemental mastery ultimately is not useful, but not useful on her anyway, but it could work. Yeah, oh, and this one is very good for Noel. Let's go all in on defense. So I don't think I particularly need the 4-piece, to be honest, for Noel. I think 2-piece this and 2-piece gladiator, but I'm not really building her right now, so that's okay. But anyway, I think now is a good time to stop the stream. I can't think. Well, let me just jog my memory a bit. Is there anything else that I can do that I need to do? I have almost 44,000 more Primo Gems. I don't have any Acquaint Fates to use, so no pulls. Don't need to farm any of this.
いつでも付き合おう
Let me check Beto's weapon actually. Did I? Yeah, she has Pharaoh Shadow, which isn't great. And I was thinking on Beto, I kind of want to keep building. Well, Prototype Archaic is good, but I want to give her more HP because the ability of her counter depends, or the ability for her not to take damage even when she counters depends partly on her HP. Because the amount of damage that the counter absorbs scales based on her max HP. So I think giving her some more HP is going to help so that when I counter, I don't take as much damage or perhaps any damage, who knows. And I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to finish 11, or yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to 12, but I'm pretty happy this is as far as I've ever gotten. So I'm probably not going to do much more Abyss until next time. But anyway, I guess I'll end the stream there. Again, thank you everyone who's still here for coming by and watching. I always do appreciate it. And I do plan on streaming again tomorrow around the same time, a little earlier actually. I'm start around 6, a little earlier than 6 usually, in fact. But yeah, at that point I should stream. Probably gonna be Genshin Impact again, as I am again loving this game, and I think just more practice with Beto is probably in the works. So anyway, I hope everyone has a very good rest of the Saturday and good Sunday, rest of the weekend really. And if I don't see you tomorrow, well, have a good week, and if I do, have a good 24 hours or a little less. Bye.